Hey guys, good morning. I thought I would put together a quick video on Paracord. Well, the video itself is going to be quick. Making some of the items for the illustrations, not so much, but this isn't a tutorial on those. This is just an illustration to show what Paracord can be used for. So I had a customer in line at the store a couple weeks ago, bought several rolls of Paracord, and the customer immediately following them asked what was up with all the Paracord. What do you use it for? So I thought, after explaining that to her, that I would just put something together to kind of make a visual explanation of it, so people that have the same question can tune in and take a look at different things that Paracord is used for. So stick around for a few minutes and we're going to discuss this. At this point, most people are familiar with Paracord bracelets. They've evolved quite a bit over the years from the first one I made with a button clasp back in the 80s, and then the newer ones with ferro rods and strikers built in. Mine's one I wear most of the time these days is pretty simple. It's 330 cord, so it's smaller. It's about 24 feet of 330 cord, and the way I make mine, I tie knots in the ends that I can just cut loose and then unravel the cord as I need it. So this gives me more linear feet than if I used full-size cord, but less inner threads, and we'll discuss that in just a second. For some people, the Paracord bracelets, and that's the extent of their knowledge of Paracord, and knife handles are another use for Paracord. If you're using a skeletonized knife, like some of these, if you end up using it long term, the Paracord will help it be much more comfortable in your hand. The lanyard I make for mine, if this will show through, is ball chain inside the hollow sleeve of Paracord, so it's more comfortable. It doesn't pull the chest hairs, but it's still breakaway. It's still safe if it gets hung up on something, if I fall while I'm in the woods. But Paracord itself is good for a lot of other uses. You can use it to tie two stick hearth boards together if you're making bow drill fire. You can use it to make the bow. Actually, it's better for making the bow than pretty much any natural cordage we have here in the southeast Tennessee region. You can braid prairie grass, and you can braid yucca leaves together, or even kudzu vines, and make a cord, but it's not very durable. And that is the point of Paracord, is it's a prefabricated, very durable cord that you can have with you already, because if you find yourself in a situation where things are going wrong and you're going to be there longer, or just accidents happens, you can use the Paracord to tie litters together to get somebody out if they're injured. You can use it to tie up a tarp and turn it into a shelter. You can use them to make tools and what have you if you end up in a long-term primitive situation. It's just brightly colored cords you can use to tie on tree limbs on your way into a new place, on your way into a new area, and then on the way back out you can follow your trail back out. Or they can be taken apart and turned into netting. The inner strands can be woven, tied in just a simple net, and these can be used for catching fish. They can be tied into loops and used to carry, tied into like a sack form and used to carry items. If you don't have a way to make cloth or a basket or a pack or something, if you're trying to transport several, small to medium-sized items from one place to another. Then there's specialty cords like Titan Survivor cord, which I don't know if you can see these or not, but it actually has multiple strands in it. It has brass snare wire, it has fishing line, and it has jute twine. So it's actually a very, there's the brass line, jute twine, fishing line. But it's actually a really cool addition to paracord. That's along with the 7 inner strands. So when I'm in the deeper woods, having 12 feet of Titan cord on my knife sheath and then having the bow drill divot already made, then I already have most of a bow, some of the most complicated parts of a bow drill set up already. And I don't have to worry about making the cordage. I don't have to worry about making a bearing block. I can just worry on the spindle and the hearth board. But that's pretty much all I got here. There's other uses. I mean, I don't have a tarp shelter, obviously, to build in my studio. Excuse me, mouth's getting a little dry. But yes, and this isn't I'm not going to do a tutorial here on tying the nets. That's time consuming. That would be a separate video all on its own. But it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just all of this net was braided from, I don't know, I think maybe 40 feet, a paracord total, maybe a little less. But that could be used as a gill net. It could be used tied between a forked stick and make a dip net out of it for catching crabs or crustaceans in the saltwater area. So there you have it. That gives you some idea of why we stock a lot of paracord at the outpost. We have bins of it most of the time. We all keep it in our packs. We all keep it handy. So can't really think of anything else to add to it at the moment. I'm sure I will as soon as I turn the camera off and start uploading the files. Anyway, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you watching our channel and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate our viewers. It's great when people come in the shop and say, hey, I saw such and such on the video. Can you show me that in person? Absolutely. So thanks for stopping in. Join in next time. And I've got a few other things in the works. We'll see which one comes up next. I've got a video coming up on reasons to own and carry a knife. I've got a video coming up on bushcraft versus survival based on a conversation that happened at the shop a couple weeks ago. So tune in next time and see what we're doing. Until then, you guys be blessed and stay safe.